Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm going to review the Ultraman from 1979, or as they say in Japan, the Uruturoman. Now this is the 8 Ultra series from 1979, and it consists of 50 episodes. Yeah, and also this is the first animated Ultra series as well as the first Ultra anime series. Well, anyway, the first episode begins when introducing this space station where the people inside, where their job is to oversee the safety of Earth. And then suddenly came some kind of threat, and there was this man named Hikari Shuichiro. And yes, he was along with the other members of the space station. They went off to deal with the threat, and Hikari he decided to go off and to do something about the threat, and then eventually well he enters some kind of dreamlike state, and in his vision he met an older being, and well he said his name is Uruturoman, which of course means Ultraman, and he needed Higari to be his host to help to fight kaiju's and aliens on Earth. And Hikari accepted, and then eventually woke up, uh, probably thinking the whole thing was a dream, but a strange dream at least. And eventually, Hikari he arrived on Earth. Now, on Earth, there is this group called the Science Defense Squad, or SDS for short. I am going by the subtitles I read. So, yes, now a team was being from over there. They're recruiting new members. One of and the man who was recruiting, his name is Akiyama Tetsuo. Now, one of the people he started recruiting was a man named Tobe Hiroaki. And then came this other man. His name is Mormuse K. And he asked to join the team, and Akiyama accepted with no objections. And also, Akiyama met up with Higari, and yes, he was recruited as well. And then at SDS home base, there came a woman named Hoshikawa Mutsumi. She's the only female member in that particular team. Anyway, also SES, they have this robot named Pigu, who looks like one of those kaijus. Well, looks like a certain kaiju. I forgot his name, but I remember his appearance similar to that of this kind of hairy kaiju with metallic hands. Anyway, yes. Oh, and Pigu, he has a pet monkey named Monkey. Yes, and eventually, once the team is formed, they were all ready to start their first mission. And when they getting out, this golden star started to no, not golden. I mean a small object that's shaped like a green, that looks like a green star, arrived toward Higari, and Higari he grabbed it and put it in his pocket, I think. And then they started the first battle with a kaiju, and the kaiju, and it was a tough battle. And then I think the voice of Ultraman, I mean Uruturoman, he told Hikari to put the star, which he calls the Furashubimu, which means flash beam, and he had to put it on. And so Hikari he put the green star on the forehead part of his helmet, and he henshin into Se Uruturoman, which means the Ultraman, and started to fight the first kaiju of the series, and defeated it. And then, yes, the team celebrated their first victory, and that's how Hikari and Uruturoman would fight enemies throughout the entire series. A few episodes later, we meet this man named Nishiki Henry. He is a scientist with an unusual personality. He even calls Toby driver, but he's in Japanese, of course. And well, he doesn't appear in every episode, but in the episode he does appear, well, he uses a different. He's working on different fields of science in each one. Like one time he was an archaeologist, and another time he was some kind of something has to do with weather, I think. He even became a big fanboy of Ultraman. Yes, and whenever there's danger, he hopes that Uruturoman will come soon and save the day. Uh, in I think it was episode 20 or 21, whichever one later, but well, there was this episode where the team were looking at a telescope. I mean, through a telescope to look at the stars at night. And then Uruturoman, at least told Hikari to use the telescope to look at a certain star, and Uruturoman told him that the star that he's looking at is his home planet, known as Q40. That's where Uruturoman was born. Later in the episode, another kaiju a kaiju did attack. Only this kaiju was so powerful that well, Uruturoman told Higari that there's no way he could beat him, even with his ultra powers. And well, Hikari he insisted to fight the kaiju anyway, so he henshin into Uruturoman. Of course, the they got a victory, but it resulted in the death of Hikari, and everybody was sad. But then came this giant spaceship, and another spaceship came another Ultra being, and he told the members of SDS that his planet has the technology to revive Higari, and he will take him to U40 to bring him back to life, and he will return to Earth once it's ready. Uh, in the next episode, Higari he woke up and was surprised that he was in a strange room, and then he was escorted. He was brought to some kind of a like field, and there he met the older people or Rudrigin. And well, in the series, the Rudrigin they look like humans, and they wore togas like the ancient Greeks. And when I first saw it, it made me think of the gods and goddesses of Mount Olympus. But anyway, one of the people was a woman named Amiya. And both she and Higari started to develop a special bond with each other. Also, Higari, he was surprised that the homeworld of the older people was anything like he thought it would, because he expected like large cities and flying vehicles and stuff like that. And then later in the episode, oh no wait, before that happened, eventually they made the leader, or at least I guess high leader in the according to the subtitles I read, he was referred to as the president, but I don't think that was he was really called. Of course, the fandom wiki site says great sage, but I just call him the let's see, the main leader. Yeah, I think that's But anyway, so let's see. Oh yes. Now eventually Alfred does uh, arrive on his way to U40 by a group of beings called the Paroda, and they all the Uruturoman they gathered somewhere, and Higari he and Amiya they went somewhere, and turns out that U40 does have an advanced civilization. It's just that some parts of U40 is like a forest green, while another parts of U40 is more like civilization. So in other words, the people of U40 they managed to have both nature and technology coexist. See, and eventually, a lot of the Ultraman went into space, and they even henshin into ultra forms, just like Uruturoman. And Amiya, she wanted to show Hikari something, and first she wanted to talk to him about the origins of the Uruturoman, and that well, they were once ordinary human beings, but they didn't come from Earth. They came from another world that was similar, and eventually, as time went on, they evolved, and were scattered around different worlds and had children with the natives of those planets. And also, the other regime, they started to evolve into the part where they can hench into older beings. And Amiya, she even showed Hikari her older form. So I guess an older girl or Uruturoman. Anyway, yes, but Amiya, she can, go from her human form and older form whenever she decides. And then Hikari, he henshin into Uruturoman and joining the battle. And once that battle was over, Hikari was brought to Earth, or say Shikyu, and Amiya, well, she escorted, or flew a spaceship and brought Hikari back to Earth. And of course, when that happened, oh yes, Hikari's, well, his memory of his time on U40 was erased, with Amiya being the only memory he has of the world. And then Amiya, sad, she left and went back to her home world. And everybody at the SES was happy to see him alive. Of course, he doesn't remember what happened during his time outside of Earth. Right. But anyway, episodes later, well, Akijama. Oh, I forgot to mention that his team refers to him as Kapu, and well, he was reassigned to a new facility because well, his services was needed elsewhere, and well, he took his new position, and at the end of that episode, well, the members of SES, they escorted him to his new base, and well, he was touched by their loyalty, and he was would certainly miss them. Uh, Episodes after that, oh no, the episode afterwards, we meet this man. His name is Kondo Daisuke, and when Hikari was running, as part of his training, well, he met Kondo, and Kondo, well, he asked where the SES base is, and he told him, and then eventually it was revealed that he was the new captain that was assigned to lead the SES, and well, he made the team go through some really tough training, but well, they weren't it was really getting too hard for them, and well, in the episode they asked to say that they don't really need a new captain, and that they're fine in doing missions without one. Of course, when they had traveled with two kaijus, well, Gondo, he saw what's happening and told them what can be done, and eventually they did the part. And Uruturoman, he also fought the kaijus and defeated them. And then at the end of the episode, well, the team they this has to have gone to stay as captain, and because they realized that they couldn't defeat those two kaijus without his help, and well, yeah, going to his state as the new captain, but he still made him go through some tough training, and but that's only because he wants to do a lot better. And anyway, episodes after that, well, there was one episode where Amiya she was sad because well she oh I forgot to mention that in the episode where when Higuri was on U40, well it turns out that Uruturoman his real name was Jonius, and also Amiya, well, Jonius is the older brother or Ani of Amiya, which means Amiya, Jonia's younger sister or Imoto. Yes, and when Hikari first talked with Jonius, also his older form, well, he didn't really see his face, and Jonius told Hikari that's not possible because it would guess it would cause him to die or something. But anyway, now back to the episode I was talking about. Yes, Amiya was sad because she missed Higari, and she wished she could go to Earth, but oh, in that same episode, we were introduced to what two men who were now given the treasure beamers, and they were Roto and Ireku, and they now have the power to henshin into older beings with using their new Frashubimus. Uh, Later in the episode, Amiya she went to and took a Frashubimu so she can use it to go to Earth to see Hikari. Of course, she needs a host to and yes, and she did find a human host, and it was a young woman named Kyoko, and so she um, shows her, and with the grand leader of another part, well, he was worried because you see, Amiya wasn't yet ready for the with the responsibility that came with the Rashupimu, and it made things difficult. And there's the also turns out that Kyoko, well, she couldn't walk. Has been in the hospital since she was a child, and Amiya was upset when she found out what her new the situation of her new host. But then eventually she managed to give Kyoko the power to work again. Oh, and the reason Amiya chose Kyoko was because well her appearance was similar to Amiya, and well eventually Kyoko or Amiya asked Kyoko. She went to she left the hospital and then met up with Hikari, and then both Hikari and Amiya they spend time together, and then of course eventually a kaiju started attacking, and oh yes when Uruturoman, and also I think it was during that battle where, or maybe before that, well, Hikari he, oh no no, yes, he defeated that guy here. Then at the end of the episode, oh yes, well, his his memories of of being youthful was finally restored, and well, even started to remember Amiya more. But of course, Amiya couldn't keep staying on Earth, so she, along with Rodo and Hireku, went back, and Kyoko, she was put at the hospital, but now she can walk without being a host of Kyoko of Amiya, and yeah, no, see, episodes later, oh yes, we meet a new ongoing villain. You see, what happened was that there was a war. Well, Amiya did return to Earth again, but only this time it was for a mission. And well, she met with Hikari, and as well with Ultraman is the Hikari, and she told him about this group called the Hera Tikaku, which means Heller Empire, and it was led by a man named Hera, and he the reason he was going to war for you was that you see, long ago Hera, he wanted to the people of U40 to use their powers to conquer other planets, but they refused because they were not like that, and so Hera and those who did actually decided to follow him were exiled from U40, but eventually Hera, he created a new empire and gained more followers, and managed to make new weapons to attack U40. And well, during an attack, the Grand Leader, he told Amiya to go to Earth and to give the people there this weapon that was left by the older people long ago. And then that's how Amiya ended her story. And so Hikari, he brought Amiya to the SES headquarters, and everybody was fascinated by her, even the man, because well, she was a beautiful woman, and then the next day, Amiya led the people of SES to a certain area, and there they found this or maybe it was in the North Pole in the Arctic. But anyway, it was some kind of ship known as the Ruderia, which means Odria. And Amiya told the SDS to that they can use it to fight against Hera Tikaku. And also, the one who was leading the charge on Earth was a man named Riorkorn or something like that. I forgot, but yes, and eventually, yes, the SES used that for their part in fighting against Hera Tikaku, as well as the kaijus they keep bringing, and even Uruturoman did, or I guess Jonius did his part as well. And Amiya, she left Earth uh, now that her mission was over. Eventually, both SES Uruturoman did put an end to the threat unearthed by the Heretic by defeating Ryorkorn, or however his name is. Yes, and even though it was over, it wasn't the end of the war because eventually they knew that more threats will come if they don't stop, and so they decided to, to take the Ruteria to go to where the main battle is, and also I think they got a message from Amiya saying that let's see, yes, that the battle was on well, to defeat it they must go to this base on on the moon Titan, which is one of the moons that orbits the planet Saturn. That's where the main base of the Hera Tekuku is, and where Hera is. And yes, they used the Uduria to fly all the way to uh, Saturn's moon, or at least one of its moons. And eventually, oh yeah, and Amiya, no, never, she did arrive in return to Earth to get at him to help her with the war, and then well, Hikari and Amiya they flew a shuttle together to of course Marume he wanted to go and well also he was to suspect some kind of secret, but it was not just him. I mean, the rest of the team was to suspect a secret that Hikari has. And Mutsumi, well, she talked to Kondo, and well, Kondo said that well, whatever it is she suspects, then that she should not say anything. Maybe because he doesn't want to jinx it, but but anyway, the shuttle arrived on Titan's moon, on Titan, and well, they were both Hikari and Amiya were in animation, and when it arrived, then yeah, there was a battle going on, but they managed to get away. Of course, Hikari he fell in some kind of pit inside one of the buildings, and then but he changed into Uruturoman in order to be alive. And then eventually the episode ended with the Hikari being brought back to Uruturia. And then the next episode where they were on this but anyway some kind of a new planet, or maybe it was some moon, but well, there was a scene where Jonius told Hikari that he needed to depart from Hikari as his host because well there's something that needs to be done, and well, Hikari he needed to do something without Jonia's help. And then see, oh yes, eventually, the team they arrived. Oh no, I remember. Amiya, she was captured by the enemy, but then the SES they managed to come to her rescue, and then they met up with Hera. And Hera, he had the Grand Leader tied up, and well, he said that he will spare the Grand Leader if one of the members revealed reveals him to be revealed as Uruturoman, and then Mermaid told Hikari to henshin into Uruturoman, but he couldn't because since Jonius left. And then well, because Hikari didn't henshin, well Hera used this device to kill the Grand Leader, and and the next episode will started with everybody being shocked by what he saw, and because they couldn't, and well, they realized that they couldn't always depend on Uruturoman for everything, and decided to take matters into their own hands. Of course, Hera left and brought Amiya with him. And of course, then where they arrived, well, turns out that Hera he didn't kill the Grand Leader at war. Instead, that he was just his atoms were well, he was digitized into some kind of card, and he has something to isn't it not? I guess kind of like a bargaining chip, but anyway, yes, and eventually, Jonius, he returned back to Hikari, and Hikari, he henshin into Uruturoman, and everybody SES saw it, and even defeated Hera. He even defeated Hera, and even well, Amiya told Uruturoman about the card, and that it can be used to restore the Grand Leader. And of course, he was Hera was finally defeated, and that was the Hera and the Heretikuku. And on U40, the Grand Leader has already been restored, and there was a ceremony to celebrate the victory. And well, the SES they were celebrated as heroes, and also Jonius was in there, and well, he went to Hikari, and finally we get to see Jonius' real face, his human face, that is. And well, Hikari was happy to greet him properly, and also both Jonius and Amiya they decided to go to Earth with the SES to make sure everything is alright over there. And then months have passed. I think it was 6 months according to the narrator, but yes, things on Earth were fine for the moment, and both Jonius and Amiya, well, they had decided to return to U40, and they promised that they would return to Earth if if the planet, if Earth ever needs to help again. And so Jonias and Amiat, they left Earth, and that was the end of Uruturoman. Now, what I think about this series, well, I think it was a lot better than Uruturoman Rio, and the story arcs were a lot more interesting. Now, as for if it's somebody for children to watch this, I don't recommend it because, well, a few episodes have certain scenes that shouldn't watch. I mean, I guess in Japan it's no big deal, but uh, they have Japan standards, and when it comes to children's television, well, it's different days in America. Of course, like I said in other reviews, with the way that kids shows in America are coming these days, then Japan can do it someday, but it doesn't make it any better. Yes, makes it worse. So, anyway, yes, I think that's all I can say about Uruturoman in this video. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So, that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.